Hello dear listeners, welcome to another exciting episode of Psycho-Curiosities, Season 2, where psychology and curiosity come together in one place. Today, we'll delve into a topic that concerns everyone, the threats lurking in the online world. From the youngest to the olds, from games to scams and hidden neuromarketing ads, gambling addiction, and the secrets of games that can lead children to a quick loss of money. We'll discuss all of this and how to tackle these issues today on the occasion of Safer Internet Day, which falls on February 6th. Let's start with a topic that evokes a lot of emotion. What dangers await youngest internet users? Which games increase spending and which pose a threat to mental health? Let's immerse ourselves in the mysterious world of virtual entertainment. Oh, some games can exploit vulnerable moments and trigger a desire for spending in our young players. That's why it's crucial to teach both children and parents a healthy approach to gaming. Let's pay attention to games we choose for our children and how often we allow them to play. Some games may reinforce negative behavior patterns or contain addictive elements, so it's essential to carefully check the game description and ratings before purchasing. It's also valuable to establish rules with children regarding to the time spent on the games and monitor their behavior during gaming. Education on a healthy approach to game should also be conducted in schools and other education institutions to increase awareness among children and adolescents. This way, we can provide our young player with safe and positive experience with computer games. Now, let's shift towards neuromarketing and the psychological traps used in the virtual world. What tricks are employed to manipulate our minds and decisions? Neuromarketing is a subtle art of influencing our behaviors rooted in psychology. Recognizing these techniques can help guard against manipulation. Therefore, it is essential to pay attention to the emotion and needs stimulated by ads and the methods they use to influence our behaviors. This way, we can increase our awareness and control over the purchasing decisions. Here are a few neuromarketing techniques that can be applied online. First, personalized content. By analyzing user data, it can personalize content such as products, recommendation, content suggestions, and even email content to better matches user preference and behaviors. Second, emotional manipulation. Neuromarketing utilizes various emotions like joy, fear, anger, and sadness to capture users' attention and encourage specific actions. Third, social proof. Using the opinions and recommendations of other users, it can attach the attention of new customers and increase their engagement with your brand. Fourth, use of color modes. Color can influence user emotion and encourage them to take actions such as purchasing a product, subscribing to a newsletter. Let's now move on the more severe topics, gambling and addictions. How can the online gaming world lead to significant health and social problems? Gaming addiction is becoming increasingly common, especially among young people. Today, we'll discuss how to recognize the symptoms of addiction and prevent its development. One of most common signs of gaming addiction is losing control over the time spent in front of the screen. Addicted individuals often forget about daily responsibilities such as schoolwork or household chores and dedicate the majority of their time to gaming. Another symptom is a deterioration in social life. Addicted individuals often lose contact with family and friends because they focus solely on games. They also frequently give up other forms of entertainment and leisure time as the game becomes their only means of relaxation. To prevent addiction, it's important to set time limits and stick to them. It's also crucial to find alternative ways to spend leisure time, such as sport, reading books, creating arts, or doing activities with friends. In case of addiction, seeking help for a specialist or support group is advisable. Now, let's analyze how some games use mechanical elements to extract money from us. Why are some of these practices particularly dangerous, especially for children? Loot boxes, random crates, microtransactions. These are a few mechanics that can lead to an unhealthy financial model in games. How can we counteract these practices? One of the best ways to prevent unhealthy financial model in games is to educate players about the risk associated with using microtransactions and random crates. Companies that create games should also introduce more transparent and fair financial models that don't lead to addictive behaviors. It's also essential to pay attention to whatever a particular game has a reward system that motivates players to spend more time and money on it. Ultimately, the decision on how money we want to spend on a game should always be our personal choice and should not be influenced by manipulated game mechanics. Also, we should decide before the game how much money we would like to spend on them. However, I assume that we shouldn't support these mechanics and this type of games. Now, we move on the most crucial part, how to counteract threats in virtual world. What steps should be taken to protect ourselves and one's children? Education, communication, and awareness are key elements in dealing with these threats. How can we work together to use the internet safely? One of the most crucial steps is education. Everyone, both adults and children, should be aware of the threats online and how to counteract them. It's essential to teach children the principles of safe internet use from an early age, focusing on protecting personal data, recognizing dangerous information online, and identifying risky online behaviors. Communication with children is also incredibly important. We should talk to them about their favorite website, who they talk to online, and what content they consume. This way, we can better understand their needs and address any issues they may encounter online. The last but equally important step is awareness. We should always remember that every action we take online leaves a trace that can be exploited by unscrupulous individuals. It's essential always to check if a website is secure, avoid sharing personal information, and use dedicated tools to secure our device data. Only in this way we can effectively counteract threats in the virtual world. In summary, today we discussed a range of threats in the virtual worlds, especially for children. What are your thoughts and experience in that topic? Thank you for tuning into the Psycho Curiosities today. I believe that throughout this podcast we can build a more aware and secure online world. It also encourages listeners to visit my personal website at dkkhowick.com, where you will find links to my social media, including YouTube or Facebook, where I share materials tailored to specific audience, such as motivational posts or short vlogs from my stay in Australia. Until the next episode.